Yeah, hello, guys. This is the new day of new challenge. This is not any more 21 days interview preparedness challenge, but it is a interview preparation challenge also. But it is not a 21 days. It is never ending challenge, we can say. So this time we are not going with like regular ones 21 days challenge. This is a challenge where we can try to cover up entire front end, back end, and DSA part. We haven't pre-decided anything like 21 days, or maybe it is going to 15 days, or whether like this is not like that. So this is the day one only. So in day one, we are just going to cover up some theoretical questions. We are not covering too many questions in a single day. So I'm asking like 2 to 3 questions each of you. So I'm the interviewer for today. Tomorrow there will be another interviewer we have. So so yeah, without wasting our time, just let's just start the meeting. So starting from Shivani, your question is, sorry, explain the key features of Express.js.
Okay, basically, Express is a Node.js web development framework which gives us a lots of feature. With the help of we can make web application and mobile application with lots of more ease. It's provide us a lots of flexibility basically to the developer. First one, uh, it help us to handle routes based on various routes. It will serve us the various data. Secondly, it's help us to handle error handling. If something don't go well, it will handle it in a user friendly manner. Third, um, it it help us to handle HTTP requests. Fourth, uh, for now I am able to recall only three features.
Okay, no worries. Now it's time for Anklesh's. Anklesh, the same question is for you. What are the key features that Express.js provides us?
So Express.js is a framework of Node.js. It
Okay.
provides us many various features like middleware, HTTP request, and routing, and also uh, handle errors in a better way, and uh, also allow us to one more thing. Uh, I told you about the four features. Okay, and the one is uh, authentication, authentication and authorization. Yeah, that all are the key features of Express.js.
Yeah, so you are absolutely correct, but maybe I don't know, but I don't think the authentication part is the feature of Express.js.
Yeah, yeah,
These are the other than that.
yeah.
As you already said that we have routing middlewares, and as already you explained that we have these kinds of features provided by the Express.js. It's a framework of Node.js,
Mm.
but there is one more feature is called templating. Templating is also one of the more another feature of Express.js that Express.js provides us. Okay, the second question goes to Anklesh. So Anklesh, your question is, what is the difference between NPM and NPX?
Okay. So NPM is a not package manager. Uh, it is allow us to install, update, and manage packages in our Node application. It allow us to uh, dynamically access packages in our project, uh, Node.js project. And Node package and npx stand for Node package executor. It allows us to uh, install packages in an instant manner. If you want to use packages in instant in our project, So we can use NPX.
Okay. Actually, you like not properly understand what I'm asking. I'm just asking what is the difference between NPM and NPX? The basic difference between NPM and NPX. Okay, no worries. Now it's time for 𝗍𝗏. The same question is for you. What is the basic difference between NPM and NPX?
Hmm. Firstly, I will explain that NPM stands for Node Package Manager and NPX is for Node Package Executor. NPX basically help us to make our code more cleaner. If you execute that, okay, now I want this package, it will firstly check in local and in a global that whether we have this package earlier or not. If not, it will directly fetch or use package from npm itself. With if you are using npx, you don't need to basically download or set packages in global, which is very useful when it comes to space management. npm is basically when you are using packages, it's help us to store, download, install our packages globally or locally. So
Yeah, you are absolutely correct. As already name tells us, the NPM and NPX. So basically, NPM is Node Package Manager, and NPX is Node Package Executor. So like I'll give you two scenarios. Just so one is if we make a command npm install express. So this command is install express in your project.
hmm,
This come npm install express will install express in your project. And when you give a command that npx create react app, so it will create a new react app without installing create react app globally in your system. It will execute that create react app only in your system, in your project. You don't need to uh, like install that in your system. So it will only execute that command. And if you make a command npm create react npm install express, it will uh, install express in your system. Okay, so this is the basic difference between both of them. So now it's time for 𝗍𝗏 again. 𝗍𝗏, your question is how we can import or export modules in Node.js.
okay. Uh, Before EGS, we have CommonJS. In CommonJS, basically, we used to export our code. If you want to use any variable, any value in other file, you can export it. You can export only one value with the help of module.exports, or if you want to export multiple values, function and classes, you can use exports dot and the variable name itself. It helps us to export. When it comes to importing or using the code which you exported, you can use, you have to use require keyword for using it. After it, you can use that value with the help of dot notation itself. That okay, you const maths is equal to required, and you have to provide relative url of that file. In after egs, you use import and export. For using this, you have to set type is equal to module in your package.json. After it, you can use import and export. What is the major difference in require and import is that when it comes to require, you have to import everything whatever you exported from that side. But in import, you can choose that okay, only this function I have to use, I will only import this. This is a major difference between require and import in EGS and CommonJS.
Yeah, you are absolutely correct. one cross question is for you.
Hmm.
Like if we have multiple functions that we want to import, so how we
Hmm.
can import that multiple functions in a same row?
Okay. Basically, if you want to export multiple function
Did
or
you
import
understand the
multiple, you
did you
can use.
understand the problem statement? Like we
Hmm.
have multiple functions that we have created. Now we
Hmm.
want to import all the functions in a one single row. So how can we import it?
We can make object of all the desirable functions or values, and we can export it, and we can use it from there with the help of dot notation.
Okay, I'll tell you. So basically, if we create multiple user-defined functions or modules, so for importing that in a single row, we use commas to separate all the functions or modules that we have created. Or inside the curly bracket, we import all the modules in our that wherever we want to use that.
This is name exporting. That you are exporting everything by writing the keyword export, and
Yes.
in importing, you are just using a name of that value. It is case sensitive, and you have to declare it inside curly brackets.
Yeah, we need to declare inside and curly bracket and put it the comma between,
Hmm.
like if we have multiple functions or modules, so put the comma between them. Okay, now it's time for Anklesh again. So Anklesh, your question is uh, what what are middlewares and why we use middlewares? What are the basic use of middlewares?
Middleware are the functions uh, that request and response and provide us a way to which part should be proceed or not. Okay, so we can use middleware as an authentication purpose, and for the user is authenticated or not. And the second is we have course middleware. It allow us to run our server in a different ports. Let's say we are uh, running React app port 401 and our Node.js uh, port 30 3000. So it will help us to run in a different port. And we have also some middlewares like express.json. It help to read the JSON data in our application. Like if you passing any data via Postman, so it will help to read the data, and that is about the middlewares.
Okay, so not only we are using middleware for just to make authentication and authorization, we are using middlewares for many purposes also. So basically, middlewares are function, as you already said. Middlewares are function that have access to the request and response. Okay, so yeah, you are absolutely correct. Now it's time for Shivani. So Shivani, the same question is for you also. If you want to add something new in middlewares.
Middleware and express, basically these are the function which located, or we can say present in between response and request and response cycle. It's a function which have access to our request, response, and our next middleware. It can helps in various functions, like it helps us in login. Validations are inputs, authentications. It can give us accessibility of our next module if it's past the current one. We can also change or mutate our response accordingly if you want. So, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are correct. Now it's time for Shivani again. So Shivani, your question is, what is EJS? What is EJS?
EGS is basically engine, maybe it's an engine which helps
Engine
in
of.
our templating. For example, we used to have same interface for our Instagram only. I am giving just an example that okay, if I open my Instagram account, I will see the same template of HTML but with the different context and dynamic. We can say dynamic content. If you open yours, you will see the same template, but the content is different. So in this case, whenever we used to deal with the situation when template is same, but the content is changing with the value of the URL, we used to use EGS in that case. So it helps us making template more dynamic with respect to a URL.
Okay, yeah, well explained. So I'll just summarize the your answer. So basically, EGS is a templating engine. We have many more templating engines also. So
Hmm.
EGS is one of them. So EGS is a templating engine that allows you to embed JavaScript inside HTML code. It is commonly used in Node.js application to dynamically render HTML pages on your server, as you already explained. So now it's time for Anklesh again.
Bro, I don't know about the EJS. Could you please briefly explain this?
Okay, so as the beginning of the meet, I already told you about. We have templating. This is the one of the feature of Node Express.js. So templating is a feature of Express.js. In templating, we have multiple engines. So EJS is one of them engine. So by using EJS, we can embed JavaScript into our HTML code. It is basically used to dynamically render pages on our server.
You mean inside JavaScript, sorry, inside HTML, we can write JavaScript using inside curly braces. You're saying that?
Wait a second.
Yes,
Yeah, now you can let him understand what is templating and
okay.
EJS engine.
Okay, let's take an example that okay, you are on Amazon website and searching for some products. If you search for computer, you will see the URL change and a value added that okay, you are searching hash slash computer. If you change it, it will change by slash phone slash cloth. Okay, but what is the common thing? The UI is same. What is changing? The content inside it changing.
Hmm.
So templating is the method that if URL values is changing, you have to change the content of
Okay.
the HTML or the interface. You are just changing the content, not the template. So this is the method by which we can avoid writing multiple routing. We can make one template only and it will serve us for the multiple things. Just what changing with the value, the content is changing.
Hmm.
So this will make developers life easy.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shivani, to make him understand. So now it's time for Anklesh again. So Anklesh, your question is how we can create dynamic routes in Express.js. How we can create dynamic routes.
For example,
Just let us understand how we can create dynamic routes.
dynamic routes. For example, I want to create uh, user registration data and
No,
user.
okay. I'll like frame the entire question again. So let's suppose we have a situation. We have we have a route, user route.
Hmm.
Inside that user route, we have another route. We
Hmm.
can say nested route.
Hmm.
Uh, like inside user, we have Abhay, Shivani, Anklesh, Vishal. It may be anything.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that username part, I wanted to make that thing dynamic. The user is fixed, user out is fixed, but inside that, the name of the user, I want to make it dynamic. How can we achieve that?
Uh, I'm confused about that.
Okay, so I'll tell you again. I'll rephrase again the question. We have
No, no,
we have a
I understand the question.
okay.
Uh, I understand the question, but
Basically, we have nested routes inside the routes, but the end point of that route is like the last route. We want to make it dynamic. If we put Abhay, so it should be visible Abhay's data only. If we put Shivani, so it should be visible Shivani's data only.
register user Shivani.
User slash Shivani.
Hmm. Slash
colon.
Shivani.
User slash Anklesh. User is fixed, and the name of the user, it's I wanted to make it dynamic.
So in this case, we are using queries.
Yeah. So okay. So I think you are confused. So now it's time for Shivani. The same question is for you.
Okay. If you want to make dynamic routes, we can use query strings, parameters, body. With the help of this, we can add some values at the end of the URL, or we can say route, with the help of colon. After colon, we can give any parameters name, whatever will come in the route. It will directly use that value from route, and with the help of that, it will show dynamic content on the basis of that value only. We have queries. You can use or access that with the help of request req dot queries. How to identify queries in your URL? It will comes after the symbol question mark. When it comes perimeter, it will for sure comes. You can use it with the help of request dot params. It is also a part of our URL. So these are the part of URL which is dynamic. You can extract that value with the help of request.body, request.string, request.queries, and you can use it.
Okay. So yeah, you are partially correct and partially not
You
correct.
are, bro. You confused me, yeah. Because I know about the dynamic
So
routing.
so guys, this is time for like ending our meet. So this is your homework to study about how we can make this thing works. Okay, so we will meet you guys again tomorrow with a new host and with a new set of questions. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.